Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's do this afternoon update, look at some new data and new trends. Here's the view at Grand Targhee right now on the west side of the Tetons. Been there, love the place. And the same holds true for Jackson Hole. Quiet now, quiet tomorrow morning, but the snow comes in probably 12 noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then it's going to snow hard for at least 24 hours. And I've got some pretty good snow in my forecast for the Tetons and a number of other places. But nice view there, again, Grand Targhee. Here is water vapor. Oranges and reds represent drier air aloft. Let me just mark the big features here. Low coming in there, big low there, and another low on the top of the high pressure ridge, another low moving through the northeast with snow. Let me mark the high somewhere right in here. So that'll be a big player down the road, and the jet is bending around and cruising up, and then the northwest flow, a fast northwest flow, and then down, coddling this low. So right now we're getting this fast northwest flow across the northern tier. But what will happen is, in the future, this high is going to retrograde, opens up the west to lower pressures, and this whole pattern will pivot to the south. That will bring colder air and snow to most of the west as we move down the road into the first. So basically, 128, 129, 30, 31, and 2-1 will have an unsettled pattern for the west with snow. Then a quiet period, late 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, and 2-4. And then maybe a more active pattern after that. So active, quiet, then active on the way. I actually wrote about it on my blog this morning. ChrisTomer.com, snow for the northeast, which is happening now. Tomorrow will be a nice powder day for the northeast, and then the western pattern will pivot. That's my video from this morning. This is an update on that, and you can see my analysis from this morning. But all the numbers I'm going to show you and the new jet pattern, all from this afternoon's data, is all new. So let me just show you that. Here is the jet pattern for 2-3. Again, this is a quiet period for us. Waiting on the low, you can see the trough and the spin over the Pacific, and all the energy we had has already moved east of the Rockies. So we're in a quiet period waiting on the next trough, which comes in after 2-4. So that's the way the jet looks on 2-3. Let me show you the forecast radar and satellite. Here's Thursday morning at 6. Energy still coming down on the fast northwest flow. There it comes. Friday morning at 6. Whole pattern here on the 28th is pivoting. You can see it with the jet coming south, snow for the Sierra coming back, and then that drops down to the southern tier of states as a southern track low. So this covers the whole west eventually, from the pivot all the way down to the 30th and 31st, and that's going to be good snow for Arizona, southern Utah, southwest Colorado, and some snow for Taos. We're not talking big totals, but some. All right, so let me show you what I'm thinking as far as new numbers this afternoon. All right, the rest of today, the 25th through the 27th. So again, the snow, at least a foot, if not more, for the Tetons, and big sky looking good. So that snow, again, starts tomorrow, 126, probably around noon to 1 o'clock. Then it snows hard after that, and you'll pick up 1 to 2 feet of snow. In Colorado, the central to northern mountains will benefit from this fast northwest flow, generally 4 to 10 inches. Most of that's in Steamboat, Cameron Pass, Buffalo Pass. I've actually got a snow plume coming up just for Steamboat, so you can see how it accumulates over time. All right, let me look at Phase 2 here. Phase 2, 128 through 2-3. Another foot for the Tetons. So we're looking at a good 2 feet, maybe 3 feet, somewhere right in there, between 2 and 3 feet for the Tetons grand total by 2-3. For the Wasatch, another foot, about a foot on the way, 10 to 15. That's on top of the 3. I'll take you back. There's the 3 in the early stage, and there's the second phase. So we're looking at close to 2 feet, 18 to 24. 15 to 24, somewhere right in there. In Colorado, we're looking at 6 to 14 inches of additional. So in the first period, you've got those numbers, and then we add that additional amount to it. I really like Steamboat, Buffalo Pass, Snowmass, Crested Butte. The San Juans look good. Wolf Creek obviously gets a ton of snow. So all those places are going to benefit during this pattern, the pivoting of the pattern to the south. All right, here is my specialty map. Rest of today through the 3rd for the central to northern mountains of Colorado. I mean, look at Steamboat, Buffalo Pass, basically 2 feet or more for those places, and about a foot along I-70. Vail gets about a foot, maybe a little bit more. Here's my snow plume for Steamboat. Most of the accumulation, 126, 27, 28, 29 into 130, and we should end up with somewhere between 23, 24, 25, 26 inches for Steamboat. Mount Warner, Storm Peak, probably a little bit more than this, of course, up on Buffalo Pass, but that's what's coming for that area. Okay, let me show you the Northeast. So you still got snow falling into tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a powder day, and then there are 2 clippers that will come down the road and potentially a larger storm system on 2-1. So that's where all this accumulation comes from. And some places we're looking at a couple of feet, maybe more, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in here to this afternoon update. Always appreciate it. Take care.